What's going on, guys? Mickle here, and in this video we are getting into the XRP price chart. Guys, over the last couple months we have been watching these symmetrical triangles extremely closely. We know this is a very explosive pattern and an XRP price rally is right around the corner. We expected this chart to get extremely parabolic the second we broke out of this symmetrical triangle, yet despite breaking out of it, we still haven't seen too many massive pumps to the upside. Guys, in this video, I'm going to go over 3 extremely bullish charts with you and show you exactly what I think is happening right now. We have a very exciting week right around the corner, and you guys are definitely going to want to see this video so you're prepared for what's to come. Guys, if you are new to this channel, make sure you like this video down below and subscribe to my channel. It will help me out so much in the YouTube algorithm and help more people like you see this video. Anyway, guys, let's jump right into it, and I hope you enjoy the content. Alrighty, guys, so I'm going to cover 3 different charts that I really want to show you guys. We've really only been focusing on this one over the past couple months and watching these symmetrical triangles extremely closely. We know when XRP tends to break out of these symmetrical triangles, the price gets extremely parabolic, and the last time it made this move, it rallied over 221%. Well, I believe that when this current symmetrical triangle really starts to get explosive, I think we are going to see gains even larger than that, taking us well past all-time highs, which would also be only a 222% rally. I think we're going to get much more parabolic than that, and the main reason for that is that this current symmetrical triangle is much longer than the one we saw play out before. It's extremely important to be positioned on the right side of these breakouts because you want to have your position built before the price starts moving fast and not be buying halfway up the pump. Those who bought low and had the knowledge of what XRP was going to do are going to make way more profits than those who are buying halfway up the pump. Some things I want to point out that are happening now is essentially that we have broken out of the triangle, but the price is yet to get extremely parabolic. Back here, the last time this pattern played out, we saw that the second we broke out of this triangle, we had a massive candle come in that took us upwards of 50%. Yet, when we look at this breakout right here, we can see that the price has not gotten nearly as parabolic as the last time, despite the fact that we have broken out of this symmetrical triangle. The first thing I want to point out is the fact that every single time the prices play out in these patterns, it does not always follow the exact same movements. Despite the fact that the shapes are very similar, if you really analyze each movement, you can tell that these patterns are very different. That means that the XRP price could still have a very parabolic day over the coming week. We have some super exciting news coming out, including Ripple Swell, and in my opinion, that could be enough to cause one of these massive candles to come in. Even if the price doesn't mirror this cycle exactly, we still knew that this massive pump was coming based on the fact that everything else in these triangles are the same. I do want to get into some other charts though, because I think they actually tell a very similar story and let us know that even if we haven't gotten our massive parabolic candle yet, we know it's right around the corner. The first chart I want to show you guys is actually the weekly price chart. I haven't gone over this one before just because up until now, we've really had all our answers simply by looking at this daily candle chart. But if we take a look at the weekly, we can see that we have also broken out on the weekly chart. We also see something very interesting, and that's that the candle after the weekly breakout, the last time this happened, actually wasn't that large of a candle, and it's very similar to the candle we're watching playing out right now. We can see that the following week, the candle was actually massive, and most of our gains were actually made in a single week. That's one of the reasons I'm always stressing to you guys, you need to be positioned in XRP before it breaks out and not afterwards and buying halfway up the rally. If we take a look right here, we can see that this smaller candle, weekly candle, is actually to be expected after the breakout, and we should really be paying attention for the coming weeks for an extremely parabolic move. This is one reason I believe the price might be taking slightly longer to get explosive than we might have initially expected. it can still very well get explosive this week, especially with massive news out of Swell. It's just important to look at these other charts and realize that even if we don't get our massive candle this week, it does not mean we haven't broken out. I also want to show you guys another chart, and this chart I do not believe is the case, but it's important to also take a look at other scenarios. In this chart, what I did was I essentially dropped this top resistance line down slightly. So rather than going from this top peak like I did in this first chart, I'm actually going from one of the lower peaks. In this case, we actually still have XRP inside of this symmetrical triangle, and we're actually finding resistance off this top line right now. While this chart does look very similar to this past one, especially in the slope of these top lines, I also want to point out that we still are extremely close to a breakout right in this corner. So that means that even if this is the case, if we get one daily candle up in the 31-cent range, we will also break out of this pattern, and I believe this is the last possible way you could be drawing this pattern and still putting XRP inside of these symmetrical triangles. While it is slightly annoying to think that XRP might still be in this symmetrical triangle, it also makes me very happy that this is really the worst case scenario of a chart I could draw, and it still has us right on the verge of breaking out. If we were to see a 31-cent XRP tomorrow, that would confirm a breakout on this chart as well, and it would make me extremely confident that the parabolic price movements are right around the corner. In my opinion, it could trade sideways right here, and if it does do that, I would expect this chart to be the case, and we could expect a breakout at any point this week or the next week. That being said, we could also have a massive candle over the course of Swell and totally break out of all three of these charts, and we could have the parabolic price action we've all been waiting for. The most important part to understand is that these charts never play out exactly the same, but they tend to rhyme very closely. If we take a look at other points in this cycle, and I'll point out a very clear one, this was a point where I was actually slightly confused what was going on because the charts didn't play out exactly how we thought they might be, and it was actually at a very critical point, and that was actually at this bottoming part in the number 2 structure. Back in this zone right here, we can see that the price crashed all the way down to 17 cents and then rallied back up and made a higher low, and that let us know that the bottom was likely in. Yet when we came back over here, we can see that the price crashed all the way down, looped back up, and everything was looking according to plan. Yet it then continued to fall and came back and actually closed a daily candle below this other one. This actually made the charts extremely different because while this one created a higher low, this chart right here actually created a lower low. While at the time this was a very scary event, the chart ended up correcting itself and they ended up continuing to play out exactly as expected. I think this is very likely the case right now, and even though we haven't gotten our massive candle yet, I really believe it's right around the corner and could happen any day now to any week now. All the charts we're looking at suggest that they're all looking extremely bullish, and no matter how you try to draw this, we are breaking out or on the verge of breaking out. It does not cause a lot of price action to get us out of all of these symmetrical triangles, and I do believe when that happens, we are going to have some very parabolic price action. It's very important to position yourself in XRP before it breaks out, and like I said, not buying halfway up a candle. And I think this all looks very good. I'm not concerned at all by the fact that we haven't had a massive candle yet, and I really do believe it's right around the corner. If you guys are still here, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. It helps me out so much and will help more people like you see this video and think. Some of them might not even be XRP investors, so you could actually be saving them by allowing them to see this video. Anyway, guys, I really hope you appreciated this update. I'm doing this one late night after the Steelers-Browns game. I mean, Steelers, I don't even know who they just played. Steelers-Bears game. But I really hope you guys appreciate this update. And for now, Mickle out.